Hi everyone, Andy Gorman here, and I want to thank you for spending a moment or two with me to understand a little bit more about the workings of the T-stroke. Now, it's been in the market now for over 3 years and sales are increasing all the time. So I want to say thanks to everybody who's purchased one. I want to clear up a couple of things first and foremost. Number one, this was not a product designed to help you align your forearms and your shoulders parallel to the target. There are other products out there that will help you do that. This was not the intention of the T-stroke. It is one of the things that it does, but it was not the original concept or idea. So bottom line is, I had a whole bunch of students as I was going through some of the research programs, and they basically came through with a very similar common fault, which was gripping in the fingers like they would their full swings, and maybe you can relate to this, and the toe of the club pointing up in the air, and the shaft basically pointing towards the belt or the zip on their trousers. Now, the bottom line is that if you were to do that and make a swing or make a stroke, you would end up with the club face being in a closed position relative to the target and to the path of the club in the backswing. That would mean you would have to then do something to ensure the club face wasn't closed at the point of impact. On the odd occasion, I would have some students who had been taught to use more wrist angles, so in an effort to maybe stop the wrist from breaking down. And again, I understand the concept of that and why that would be applied, but essentially we found the rotation of the club too excessive. So we had club face rotation that was excessive to the path of the club or the arc of the club in the swing, and club face that was close to the path of the club in the backswing. It's not enough rotation. What I found through the research that I was doing was that the optimum position, the shaft actually came up to pointing at the elbow. And it basically meant that the club face was square to the path of the club if we did that. And the only way we could do that was to train effectively, and hence the invention of the T-stroke. Now, you know, some folk like to see that things are adjustable and variable. The problem we've got with that is that if this part of the human body that we're using to connect with is generic to the human race, then there's no need for it to adjust. And that's what we found out through the testing process. We tested in order to establish what angle and, more importantly, how far the distance would be in order to get the optimum position. And we found that virtually every single golfer that came into the studio that met the criteria of the shaft plane meeting the elbow, running up the forearm parallel, they would have exactly the same distance span between the shaft and the front of the forearm. So there was no need to make an adjustable version, which meant that we could produce a product that would actually be affordable rather than something that would never sell because of its cost. So we got lucky in terms of manufacturing, but more importantly, the industry got lucky in terms of being able to create a product that was really going to work. Now, of course, that's not going to work with everybody's doctrines. If you don't like to see hands in that position, you prefer to see a slightly more upright position, or a more upright putter, that's fine. I've got no beef with anybody who wants to teach that or to play like that, and if it works for you, feel free, carry on. But over all the research that we collected, we found that this was the most consistent way to deliver the club face, and the club moving around the body, in effect moving in a small arc around the body. The T-stroke confirmed that these positions, the club face was staying square to path more consistently. So that was the reason for it. That's why we went into manufacturing. That's why we produced such a great product. And with wins on every single tour now around the world, the tour players are embracing what it does as well. So I want to say thanks to the support from the pros, but more importantly, I want to say thanks to everybody who's interested in improving their putting and wants to put a T-stroke product into the bag. So I hope to spend some more time with you again real soon, and I want to say thanks for watching again and for your interest, and let's have a great golf season ahead of us. Roll that ball pure, let's get some more balls starting online and hit them at the right pace. They're going in. Andy Gorman signing out for this season, but Let's see us lower those scores, lower your handicaps, put some more silverware, maybe even a few extra dollars in your bank account. Thanks again for watching.